Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Here we are going to discuss about the security groups and the load balancers. So you can see we have two security groups. One is the default security group and the other one is what we are using it for this EC2. So let's come to load balancers. So right now there is no load balancer configured for this EC2. So we have an option to create it. Okay, for before that we'll just show you the billing tab. So as you can see here, I have an EC2 instance, but that is on the free tier. So as of now, don't have any charges. So my projected income expenses is 0. So let's go ahead and create a load balancer. So okay, there is an option to create a load balancer. Before that, we have to let me check security group, auto scaling groups. So if you are going to create a load balancer, you need to have more than one instance, and with the load balancer we'll look up into the auto scaling group to create a new instance. So as you can see here, there is no auto scaling group configured. So let's go back to the load balancer, load balancers. So even we don't have a load balancer, there is an option to create that. So we'll start by creating a load balancer and we'll see what are the options required. So load balancer is of three types: application load balancer and network load balancer. There is another type, classic load balancer, but we are not going to use that. And what this classic load balancer does is already we can accomplish using this application load balancer for our use. Why? Because we have an application running in an EC2 instance. Okay, so this is my index.html page content which you're seeing here. So I can increase the traffic to this website and we can see the load balancer in action and trying to add instance. So let's first create a load balancer. So we have to select it. So we are going to use the HTTP and HTTPS. Our application is hosted on HTTP. So just create it. Okay, so this is internet facing or internal, so it should be internet facing. That's right, do not change this. So load balancer is HTTP and port is 80. So this is for the listener configuration. So you can add another listener also. This is the availability zone. Our EC2 instance is in US East 2B. Okay, just verify this. Yeah, this is the availability zone. So make sure you select that. And this the IPv4 address is internet facing. So we have the subnet. Actually, there are three subnets for our VPC. So when we create an EC2, before that we have a VPC created automatically. That is the default VPC. So let's go to that first. So let me show you the VPC that is created by default, since for this EC2 instance we have not created any. So all those VPC are public VPC. Sorry, the VPC has a public subnet. It has three public subnets actually. Okay, yeah, you can come here, subnets. So three public subnets. Okay, you can see this is for all the three different availability zones. So this is by default. So it depends on the EC2 instance is running in which availability zone. You can select the subnet. The access for identification. If you want, you can add it. I'm just leaving it for now. So coming back to this again, basic configuration. You can type some. Okay, EC2 first LB. So our configuration is complete. Like we are on the step 1, so let's go to step 2. So at least two subnet must be satisfied. We are getting an error. Okay, let's do that. So here, improve your load balancer security. Your load balancer is not using any secure listener. So just go back to the listener configuration. So we have this listener and this is on the port 80. We'll come back to that later. And then configure security groups. So already we have a security group that gets created when you create an EC2 instance. So this is the one which was created, and we can have multiple security groups here. Okay, so for this configuration, if you want, you can create a new one or you can use the existing. After that, you just go for a routing configuration. So target group, so for that there is no target group available here, so you need to check. Okay, first go to EC2. So you can see here target groups. Okay, click on create a target group. EC2 load balancer target group. Target type is instance, no problem. I'm going to create a target group now. Let me see. Existing target group. Okay, so this is my target group. If you don't want to do it there, you can do it here itself by creating a new target group. Okay, so health checks, leave it as it is. Register targets. There are no target registers to this target group, so here you can go to the target group, targets. drawing tags. Back here. Next. Okay, internet facing VPC is configured, subnet is configured. Both two subnets are required. So this is the thing. Security group, existing security group we are using. So routing, it will be fetching the instance from this target group, but there are no targets available as of now, so leave it. And then we just create a security, creating a load balancer. So guys, we have created a load balancer successfully. So was created, it might take a few minutes to full setup and ready for the traffic, and for the traffic to complete the registration process and pass the initial health checks. So there are the next steps suggested by AWS. Okay, so we have to integrate it with other services. Just click it here. So this is our load balancer that is created. So let's maximize this. Okay, so see, you can see there are a lot of descriptions, security group, attributes. Okay, just coming to the listeners. So we have one actually. There is no tag here. So guys, we have already created a load balancer, and then we will create a new auto scaling group. Create the auto scaling group. So you have to edit the launch configuration. That is what it says. So get started. Okay. So what about my EC2, which is already running? Okay, so instances, image, networks. There is one link. Let's go to instance. Okay, so we have this. A lot of status. So finally found it. Instance setting and create an auto scaling group here. Okay, so here existing, if you choose, there is nothing. So you have to create a auto scaling group. So C2 auto scaling group. Okay, we can attach. Let's go to the auto scaling group. So this is my auto scaling group. There is one instance. So desired. So what does this attribute specifies? Desired instance is the number of instances that will be running. So if you have two EC2 instance and your desired instance is one, so one instance is running, other one is stopped. So what this auto scaling group will do, based on the conditions, it will add a new instance. Let's suppose your running instance goes down due to some health issues, so it will add a new instance from the auto scaling group. Okay, actions, let's edit this. So this is the launch configuration. There's no option here, so let this be. Let's go back to the target groups. So I hope you guys got an idea on how to uh, create a load balancer and an auto scaling group. Generally you can create it when you create an EC2 instance, but since I already have created it, so you know where to edit it and attach an auto scaling group. Okay, that's it for now. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you. Thanks for watching.